Hey y'all, back at it again. It's October the 23rd, and it is the day after opening night. It was pretty exciting. Let's go with New York and Boston. I mean, Bet365 had them for 6 points, right? Like I said, you got a champ, you got the defending champs versus a team who could some one day make it to the finals, right? But this is a fresh new team in the New York Knicks, right? They might have the best starting lineup in the NBA right now on paper, the Knicks, but they got to figure it out. It's going to take time, and their bench is weak because they're dealing with injuries, and they don't really have a lot of scorers coming off the bench. So that's why you see in a 132 to 109 blowout. And like I said, that's easy money, man. That was easy money. All right. So anybody who cashed in on that, that's a no-brainer. Miles McBride, what did it 9.5 points? That's what Bet365 was calling. Miles McBride scored 22 points last night. Went 8 for 10 from the field goal, 4 for 5 from the 3-point, 2 for 3 from the free throw. All right. He's the only guy they got coming off the bench that could score. So that's what I'm saying. That's the time to cash in. The first week is gonna be the best time to make some money. The first week is gonna be the best time to make some money in the NBA. And yeah, that's what happened. We cashed in on both those, the pick and the prop from last night. So that was cool. That was cool. Now, and you might want to pick up Miles McBride. If you're a fantasy player, you're in a fantasy basketball, you might want to keep an eye open for Miles McBride because, like I said, he's going to be a spark plug off the bench. All right. All right. Cool, 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 cool. So moving on, moving on. What do we got next? The player matchup. Okay. Well, last night, LA and Minnesota in LA. The game LA won 110 to 103. I think what I seen with Minnesota was more a team that, like New York, they got some new players. Obviously, they're the two teams that traded. I think both teams are better because of the trade, but it'll take some time to be able to see this come to fruition. But yeah, it was pretty good night last night. A lot of us were anticipating to see if Bronny would get on the court. He did with LeBron James, and that was pretty cool. But we want to know how the matchup between LeBron and Julius Randle went. Well, first, I'll give you Randle's numbers. Randle had 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, didn't get any steals or blocks, went 5 for 10 from the field goal, 1 for 3 from the 3-point, 5 for 7 from the free throw. Braun had 16 points, 5 rebounds. 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Didn't get any steals, had 2 blocks. Went 7 for 16 from the field goal, 1 for 4 from the 3-point, and got 1 free throw shot. So, we're going to give it to Braun because of his effectiveness in the game. And another reason I'm going to give it to Braun is because, honestly, LeBron, I didn't have him as one of my GOATs before. But now, him being a G and getting his son on the team and making sure to get his son to hit the floor in the first game, that was amazing. That was really amazing. We saw history, just like watching LeBron score just like LeBron hitting his scoring record. I think it's just as good to see him hitting the court with his son. I know there's a lot of haters, a lot of people don't like Bronny. Look, don't worry, y'all will get your fix. Eventually, he will probably get to the G League, okay? Eventually, they're going to send him off to the G League, and y'all will be happy, okay? I don't know what it is about y'all. Let Coach JJ Redick do his job, all right? If y'all were good enough to go to be in his position as a coach, then y'all would be there, but you're not, right? So Let the man do his job. So yeah, we're gonna give it to Braun. Braun got the win. Right, their numbers are pretty similar. Both of them scored 16 points. Both of them got 4 assists, and yeah. So I expect to see Randall. The thing is, I want to see if Randall could play without the ball in his hand, right? Because that's going to be the mission for him. I think Cat is good in New York with the system, but Randall's going to have to get used to the fact that Anthony Edwards is going to have the ball in his hands, and that's just what it's going to be, right? That's just what it's going to be. So let's move on to what we got for today. Today, again, October the 23rd, big night tonight for NBA basketball. But we're just looking at a few key things right now. Right now, we want to pull up our pick, which obviously, being in Toronto, we're going to have to look at the Raptors game in Toronto going against Cleveland. And the spread is 6.5, plus 6.5. That's what we're going for on Toronto. I think Toronto has a good chance of winning this game. And if not, I think they'll be able to keep it close. So we're gonna go with plus 6.5 on Toronto side. Our prop is gonna be, you know what? It should be rebounds. I don't know why we got points again, but we'll do it for this, and then tomorrow we'll do rebounds. So we'll go with Darius Garland for 18 points tonight. I think that should be pretty easy for him, Darius Garland, and we'll see how he does. The player matchup is going to be Cade Cunningham versus Tyrese Halliburton. Two of my favorites. We'll see how they do. I'll give y'all the results on that tomorrow. So, little topic we got before we check out. We want to talk about, since the Raptors are playing tonight, we're going to get our first look. We want to talk about what the Raptors have to do to get into the playoffs, not even to get deep into the playoffs, just to get to the playoffs. What do they have to do? And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of things, some things that I do know and some things that might be above my pay grade. But based on what I'm looking at before the season starts, or before the game starts tonight, first thing is, okay, RJ Barrett has to be the best RJ Barrett has ever been. Okay? I think RJ's been in the league long enough. I think what the best we've seen from RJ, especially in his New York days, is what we're gonna get. All right. We know what he can do. We know what we can't do. But if we could get the best of RJ, that's gonna be important. All right. We want RJ at his best form. He is still in his prime, even though he's spent a good amount of years in the NBA. He's still in his prime. He's a young guy, and I'm not expecting him to catapult. But like I said, I just want him to be the best RJ has been. Okay. So that's one. All right. The second one, Scotty Barnes is gonna have to be what y'all say he is. Not what I said he is. What y'all say. Y'all say he's a superstar or he's a budding superstar. He's gonna have to be that. So I know Scotty's gonna give us. I know he's gonna be good on the defensive end. I know he's gonna get rebounds. He's gonna get assists. He's gonna make good plays. But can he do all these things and play defense? Can he do all these things and still score points? Like, let's say 20 points a game. He did average 19.9, but when you're being asked to do other things like facilitate and play defense and all that stuff, can your points still go up a little bit, right? So again, like I said, Scotty Barnes is gonna have to be what not just y'all, but the Raptors organization has put Scotty Barnes as the face of the organization. So is he that? And if he's that, then yeah, I think we'll have a good chance at the playoffs. Quickly, this is the next one. And man, quickly, can he be like Tyrese Maxey? I know players don't like being compared to other players, but I'm sorry. I want quickly to be like Tyrese Maxey. These both of these guys come from Kentucky. Um, if you see what Maxey's doing, I think Tyrese is. I'm sorry. Quickly has been in the league a couple more years longer than Maxey. So he is a little bit late, but we're still hoping because he didn't really get the chance in New York. We're hoping, and we've seen a good little glimpse from last year, from the end of last year season. So there's a good chance that Maxi quickly could be a lot like Maxi. Okay. Now, if he's anything like Maxi, man, we definitely got something on our hands. All right. So pair that up with Grady Dick, my favorite player on the Raptors squad. I like shooters. He's a big shooter. He's like what 6'7", 6'8". Could put the ball on the floor. I could see him definitely fitting in the system very well. Lights out shooter. That's what I'm expecting him to be this year. He did score 27 points in one of his preseason games, and did it effortlessly, if in my opinion. So these four things, okay? Barrett needs to be the best Barrett has ever been. Well, yeah, the best Barrett can be. Okay, that's what Barrett needs to be. Scotty Barnes needs to be the superstar that we're all anticipating him to be. I want Iman quickly to be like Tyrese Maxey, and I want Grady Dick to be lights out. I need him to keep his starting role on the Raptors. Maybe average about anywhere from 13, maybe 15 points a game this year. Okay, and then the next year, I think Grady will only get better. So let's go Raptors, man. Let's see how it goes tonight, man. We're definitely going to be locking in. We'll give you all the results tomorrow. If y'all got any questions, ask me now because I'm gonna be taking off, man. I don't do this long, so if y'all got any questions, I'll wait about 10 to 15 seconds, and if not, then we will. I think tonight I'll be doing my centers. I'm not really getting much views on the Yahoo Fantasy Basketball, but I'm gonna keep doing it anyways. So I'm gonna do my centers at some point this evening. I'm stacked with centers on my team right now. So yeah, we'll do that. And since I don't see any questions, I'm gonna leave it at that, and I will catch y'all later, probably like around like 3:30, 4 o'clock. All right. All right. Cool.